Hi everybody, I'm Timmy. I'm just kidding, it's Jake. So, I guess video number 2 be about chainsaws. A few of the chainsaws I got, well, all the chainsaws I got. Different sizes, pretty much small to big, nothing crazy. Maybe all of the loud things that piss the neighbors off. We'll let you in on that. Well, some of the neighbors, you know, they know I like to party. It's not a big deal. So yeah, let's check it out. So basically all of the things that piss the neighbors off, some of them, let's show you. This is not in any order that I bought them either. I'm just going from small to big. First one, we got a top handle. 540 XP Husqvarna. As you know in the previous video, I'm a Husky guy. That's how I do it. That's probably always going to be that way. I think their auto-tune technology has come a long way. I feel like it's pretty superior to most. I know that 500i is pretty awesome, but Husky doesn't make one, so I'm not buying it. Top handle, I don't climb, but if I ever needed a man lift and do that kind of stuff, I would do it. That's what the top handle's for. I like the top handle for, well, probably for the most reason I shouldn't use it. One-handed and being unsafe, but it's really not. A lot of stuff I'll cut and grab it quick. I'm a big boy, I'm a strong boy. You see them things? It's no sweat. Grab a branch, huck it off. They're just, and it's a top handle. These things are, they're freaking awesome. They're just, this little saw runs awesome. It's so good for stuff. I'll use a top handle like a regular chainsaw. It's a friggin' chainsaw. I'm gonna use it as a chainsaw. So obviously anything, this is a 14, anything under 14 inch. I won't push it, you know, I won't cut a whole tree up that's 14 inches with this thing just because it's small. That's not what that's for, but. Little stuff, little saw. This though, 540 XP, next bigger saw. I'll use that for bigger wood, bigger chunks. If I fall a tree with a big saw, I'll always, because I process everything myself, I almost always start from like the, what would you say, the cap or the crown of the tree and work my way towards the base. So I'll always start with the 540 or I'll always start with the 543. And I can just limb everything off nice. As I'm going, I'll measure, chop it all up as, you know, until I get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. The 543 actually took me, I think it took like 6 months to get in. I think they ordered it right from Sweden, right from Husqvarna. I almost forgot about it, and actually our local dealer in Janesville, hey, we got a chainsaw here. What? Freaking totally forgot about it. Little 543 XP, runs awesome, chain's a little loose. Love it for, this is a 16 inch. Probably always keep it at a 16 inch bar, had a 20 inch on it. It's just a little too much for it, you know. I don't put any money into the motor and stuff. We'll just let these saws eat what they eat, and if I need more horsepower, I'll get a bigger saw. Kind of the next in line, along with that, you know, we got a pole saw. I bought Stills, this is the KM131R. It's their multi-tool deal. Really, I bought it for the weed whacker and the pole saw attachment. I got a rock rake for it. Don't really use that out in the bush to clean up trees. They are premium when it comes to cost. But if you can buy a multi-tool like this and get like a bunch of different jobs done around the house and the property, it's called money well spent. Do it. But mainly, I do have an adapter as well for the Duma Frickie. I would like to get the telescoping, dedicated telescoping Husqvarna saw. Can't remember what number it is. It's not the crazy one for the power pole style. I don't ever have to worry about that. I usually don't cut towards utilities and stuff. So that gets used a lot lot of oak trees I drop are gnarly. If you ever know what I'm talking about, you know, if you get to southern Wisconsin or know what I'm talking about, some of the oak trees we got are crazy. Like they grow, like some of the people you see at Walmart at night, they grow like that. No offense, but you know what I'm saying. Next saw. Probably the most used saw I have by far. And probably at the oldest new saw I have. 562 XP. Gotta be one of the best medium duty saws. Well, like high performance, medium sized wood saws out there. By far. I got a 28-inch bar on here now. I would like to put, I think a 20-inch bar on here, maybe a 22 or like 24. I don't know if they make a 22. I know they make a 24. And get a 572 and run the 28-inch on the 572. That's got a little more gonads, a little more oomph. Brap, brap. Where this, you know, if I'm bucking up a lot of stuff around 20-inch or smaller, the 562 will shred over the 543, and that would be like my, you know, production. When I'm cutting, I need production. I'm one guy, slow pace, but either way, it doesn't matter. Big thing is I don't like, I got all sorts of bars for the 562. I don't like changing the bars when I'm out in the bush cutting. It's easier to grab like a bigger saw. You can't ever have too many chainsaws. You can't have, like guns, motorcycles, chainsaws, women, you just can't. Did I say chainsaws? You just can't have too many, you know what I'm saying? 562 XP, baller. Did put the upgraded air filter kit on it. That was definitely a thing. They had problems with it. Somebody said the 592 has something going on, like there's a recall, but mine so far, we'll get to that, awesome so far. Did put WCS, man, West Coast saws. They're 3 spike felling dogs. Awesome. These things are dangerous. If you run out of bullets and you break your bat, go grab the chainsaw. Stab the shit out of somebody with that thing, you know what I'm saying? Love it. Going up. The big dog, the new big dog. 592 XP, man. When I heard about this thing, I think it was almost 2 years ago. Sometimes I'm a nerd and follow some stuff, and then I get to buy it. Waited a long time for the 562. Waited a long time not only to get it into production and get it to America, but like saving up for it, you know. How impressed am I with this thing? What a saw. I'm telling you, if you've never used one, yeah, they might be a little heavy, but mozzarella fettuccine, mozzarella. Also upgraded to the West Coast 3-point dogs. Epic, epic, epic. Kept the full wrap on this thing. We'll see, I might take it off. Obviously the only downfall to having full wraps is getting close to the ground when you're stumping trees. I'll always leave, 16, 20 inches above the ground. So when I make that last cut, or when I fall the tree, going to clean everything up and I stump the tree, I will have, a 16 to 20 inch piece left over for splitting purposes. You know what I'm saying? Makes sense. Otherwise, the full wrap, I like it for a lot of different, maneuverability, obviously. Otherwise, about the only upgrade I did to that, bang. West Coast saws, 3-point dogs, epic. And now for the grand finale, so far. So again, the only other saw I want, probably medium duty, would be 572 XP. That's coming, maybe in the future, if I win the lottery. Yeah, right. Here we go, big dog. Yeah, big dog. Anybody remember one of these bad boys? A couple of you old boys out there probably ran these for years and years and years. Let's get in here a little bit. I believe all the research I've done, this is a 79 Homelite 750. This saw back in the day, I think a lot of fallers would run about 50-inch bars and cut trees till their fingers hurt or bodies hurt or ran out of fuel or all of the above. 97 or 79 Homelite 750. I got a 42-inch bar on this guy. Sorry, did I mention 28 on the 562, 36. I didn't get the full 36 on the 592. This old girl, I got a Canon Super Bar from Bailey's online. They do a pretty good business. Sometimes they're a little slow at taking care of you, but I guess beggars can't be choosers. Ended up putting a 42-inch bar on this guy. I would like to get, I think I'd like to get a 3120 in the future and probably run a 60-inch bar. Again, I cut, it's not uncommon, especially in Wisconsin here, where I live, where I cut trees, to come across like a 5 to 6 foot oak tree or even like silver maple. There's lots and lots. I mean, the amount of species we have here is overwhelming. I know a fraction of the species we have here, but a lot of them are like silver maples and big bur oaks and stuff. And you need a big saw to cut them up. I like cutting through it once instead of going to both sides and then having chain. I don't know. I prefer cutting through a tree. Done. So that's where a bigger bar, bigger saw comes in. Some guys probably beg to differ. Good for you. I like chainsaws. I want a bigger bar. I want a bigger saw. In the future, we'll get there. Homelite 750. I still use this saw. This is the only problem with this saw, I think, right now is especially in the wintertime, not all the time in the summertime, but almost always in the wintertime, we'll take her open, pop off the old school filter, squirt a little fuel into the carb to get her popped off. Usually once it pops off a couple times, she's ready to rip. Hit the choke, light her up, and boy, I'll tell you what, if I get this back on, this old girl does some work still. I mean, I am not exaggerating. I'll get some videos out there. She shreds, still 404. Oh, I think it's an 063, 404, 040, 404. It's too many friggin' numbers. 063, 404, it shreds. The thing does work for being that old. I would love a full restore on it, but I still use it. It's hard for me to just take it apart and restore it when I need it. It's maybe in the future we'll do something cool. Maybe we'll keep the original paint. I don't know yet. Lots of options, but we'll see. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if you help me out, like and subscribe to my videos, maybe we can make things happen faster, sooner than later. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What else? That's about it. We'll go over some more gear and stuff in the other videos, step by step. We're learning. We're figuring stuff out. But otherwise, as far as my chainsaws go, that's it. That's what I use. That's the stuff. They're propped up here on the old Cummins. Check that out. Just built a wood flatbed and I don't know, a couple weeks, probably a month ago now. Took me a little bit. Spent way too much money on it. It's a 99 Cummins. Well, 5.9. It's a 99. Has a 5.9 in it. It's slow, like me. But otherwise, yeah, not much. Got a few chainsaws. Hopefully get some more. Hopefully I can bring you guys along for the ride and we can make this epic. Other than pissing the neighbors off sometimes, maybe the local community, which I care, but sometimes I don't. I do whatever I want. It's kind of the fun part about my life. I work hard and I play hard. I said that once already, didn't I? So, other than that, comment, questions. I guess I could run over that too. Maybe I'm skipping through some stuff too fast. I think I mentioned it in my first video. So, again, with the species of trees we have, there's a plethora of species in Wisconsin, southern Wisconsin where I live. All of my chains I run. I do have full full chisel chains. I do have them. Most of the time I don't use them. Probably 98% of the time I don't use them. Literally, I could be cutting into a pine tree and then I'll go cut an elm tree down, or an oak tree, or a gnarly, like the maple trees here get frickin' like the Stranger Things monster. That's how the trees grow around here. I run all semi-chisel chain. I do have a full skip chain, full skip semi-chisel on the big 750. All the rest are, I would call full house semi-chisel chain, not full house, full chisel. I run no square ground. That does absolutely nothing for me. It would take more time to think about even how to sharpen a square ground, because I've never done it. Easy enough to figure out, but I do hand sharpen all my chains. We'll see in the future. Hopefully, if the website kicks off, business kicks off, I do plan on getting probably a medium duty, like a medium professional grade, bench grinder. Probably an Oregon, something or another, for doing, doing really gnarly chains. Most of the time, I'll true up my chain, sharpen it up after a day. I'll go out and cut a tree down. It'll take, it could take 8-10 hours to cut a tree up. Especially if it's like two good sized oak trees, that'll take me all day. Might not clean it all up, but I'll cut it up in a day. And it's a lot for one person. It really is. Or for me, at least. I don't know about you professionals out there. But yeah, semi-chisel chain on everything. I'd love to switch to Cannon, exclusively to Cannon bars in the future, but I keep my chainsaw sharp. I flip the bars over. I make sure that everything's working. The oilers always work. I don't know. Bars don't really wear out too often. Chains, again, you keep your chain sharp instead of running through a bench grinder all the time, or all these contraptions they're selling these days that don't do anything. It'll last a while. You ain't gotta freaking go buy chains every now and then. Or you gotta go buy chains every now and then, not all the time. But yeah, got a couple stills and mostly Husky, because that's just what I do. Shee. So, other than that, yeah. Thanks for sticking around. Oh, more thunderstorms. Oh, frack. All right, well, guess I'm gonna go watch the sky fall. Thanks much. Peace out.